That's better.
Oh, and now we are live. And look at that. Now we're live, and our audience saw the stage magic. It's like the stage manager was on stage or it started. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody to this month's what now? It's the 2nd of February, ladies. It's February. January lasted 872 years, but we're through it now. And the good thing is, only 4 weeks, it'll be the 2nd of March. So welcome from me, Mel Byron, and to my left is Ribs Norman, and next to her is Sharon Jackson. We are here with a bit of old middle-aged bounce and just general nonsense, but we also have exciting things to tell you about. So what we were going to do this week is we were going to talk about people who'd inspired us, inspirational women. And then we realised at kind of 3 o'clock this afternoon that we were all so rushed off our feet. We hadn't had a chance to think about them. So ladies, what have we been doing since we last got together that's made us so rushed off our feet? Hello, Greg. Hello, Randy. Sharon, tell us what you've been up to and what multitasking you've been doing.
Well, as you know, I have like lots of different hats. So I have Much Laughter hat, I then have FOSD hat, I then have Writing Grants hat, I then have motherhood hat. But
I noticed that came fourth out of four. A poor fourth, kids.
Talk to Jim Beaumont for that.
We haven't had wifely hat yet. Where's your wifely hat?
I've dropped that for a little while. I think that has to take second, third, fourth place.
He'll sort himself out.
And Much Laughter obviously always comes first, so that's it. Well, FISD is like slash. But I'll tell you what we have been doing, which has caused me bigger time. So I'm now taking an hour's dog walk out each day. I'm actually getting up from the computer and going out and having a walk in the rain, which is fun. But we've also got like I'm going to do a massive shout out now to like Cook Fresh. Is it Cook Fresh? Cook or Get Fresh. Like all the meals.
Fresh.
Hello Fresh. So I'm really good at like doing shout out. So but they say that it takes like 25 minutes. Me and Rach doing it together. Like if we get it done within an hour, we're lucky. But they're so good. So get out there if you get the name right. They're really, really good. So that's what I've been doing.
Okay. Oh, good. Cool. Ribs, what have you been up to? What have you been juggling?
I have mostly been a teaching assistant. Basically. Smug up.
Oh yes, because are you homeschooling?
Yeah, and I've been very smug because I've said my child's 12 and he's really good and he's managing all himself and and then the school rang me and said, "Is he okay? He's not been handing any work in." And I was like, "Oh." So now I'm sitting next to him for all of the lessons, and I am now a teaching assistant. But I've learnt many things, and it's quite interesting. I can talk about my pets in Spanish. I can. What did I do today? I did something in computing today that was very interesting. So that's what I've been doing.
Now you've said you have to speak about your pets in Spanish. You can't just say that and then walk away.
Well, maybe I may well have slightly exaggerated that. Maybe I can understand what people say about their pets in Spanish, but perhaps speaking it is maybe a step too far.
My dog is sick.
And I tell you, the two things I haven't been doing were the things I said that I would be doing. I said I would be doing this pelvic floor program, not be doing that. And I said I would write more, not been doing that. So I failed on those two things.
Oh, because we were looking forward to, pelvic floor results tonight.
Yeah.
I know. Well, there aren't any. I mean, there is pelvic floor. It hasn't fallen out altogether, but
I don't tell you what I've got. to say I was shocked, like during the week, because like I've got moved on to designer loungewear now. So I was on Karen Millen site, and I was like thinking, all right, I'll treat myself to another lazy tracksuit. And then I went, oh, I'll see what she's got on her accessory page. Oh my God, Karen Millen does a range of sex toys. Just there, like it literally goes earrings, vibrator. And for a minute, when you're taken back, and I thought, is that really what I think it is? You think, is it a hand warmer or something? I don't know.
I suppose it's designer toys for your designer,
Yeah,
your designer bits.
But I mean, who goes on to obviously lots of people do, but you just think, and there was no section for it as well. It wasn't like
accessories.
Yeah, it was like hat, gloves. That's it. Sex toys. And then it started off with these little ones, and then the wands were coming out and everything. And I was going, oh my God.
What? Did you say wand?
Are they called wands? They are called wands, aren't they?
I don't know. Why would I know? Oh my God. Next really needs to up their game, don't they? They want to keep your business. They now need to get in. What is it people say in business now? They've got to move into the sex toy space, because we're all in spaces, aren't we? So they need to. So there's that. Next, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
And so you can get hoops from Karen Millen.
Yes.
And
maybe I'm trying it out now.
You do seem very happy.
You are jollier than is the norm, I have to say. For those who haven't watched it before, Sharon's our miserable resident grump, so this is a cheeriness we're not used to. And so, Ribs, did you discover anything on a website this week that we should know about?
No. Oh, I have bought something very exciting, but it won't be at all exciting for anyone else. I have bought electric legs, not for myself, but for my desk. So now I have a sit-stand desk. And I can kind of demonstrate this, because my camera will move because it is attached to the desk. I'm doing it now. So look, see? That is my desk. Look, now it's going up.
Oh my God.
Look, now I'm going shorter and shorter.
Oh my God.
That is so good.
How marvellous is that?
I want one.
Pelvic floor when you've got that.
Oh no, I'm too high now. Look, hang on. I'll just get back to the same level.
No, you're fine. Wow, that's exciting.
Yes.
The most exciting thing I bought this week was an eco wash ball. The one where you put the little stones in. And I got really excited because Dan shouted out, "There's a parcel for you." And I thought, oh, somebody sent me a present. And then I remembered I bought an eco wash ball. But they're very good because when you wash your clothes in eco wash balls, they don't fade. Doesn't fade the colours, apart from saving the environment. Yeah, you don't get any smell. It does get rid of the smell, but things don't smell kind of nice. You don't get a nice washing powder smell. And I kind of feel like if I put Lenore in or tumble dryer sheets, that kind of defeats the purpose of buying a bloody eco ball.
Using a tumble dryer, I feel that you've kind of lost cause if you're trying to do eco at the same time.
I know, but it's raining and it's my one my tumble dryer and my aluminium-free deodorant. They're really my only indulgences. Can I just say that? That's all. Everything else, I am Mrs. Frugal, Mrs. Take care of the planet. So I feel like I'm doing okay. Oh, now it's gone silent now. Have you noticed? That's the sound of judgment.
I'm pretty sure I gave you a very long sort of sales pitch for the heated clothes dryer once, and
you did. You even sent me a picture of it and everything, and we should invest in one. We should invest in one. We really should. We really should.
Very good.
But there's
I've
something
got one
wrong
of the
with
balloon ones. The balloon ones that you put the clothes. That doesn't. It does work, but only if you put like about 4 items in it. But like on the picture, it says, "Oh, you can do like 30 garments at a time." No, you can't. You can do 4. So I have that on and the tumble dryer.
So it defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
You see, this is the inspirational banter that our listeners are really looking for. How, ladies, can I ecologically dry my clothes and not be subjected to judgment by my friends? This is what they're here for. This is the content you want. We know that.
But
I tell you what,
you get comeuppance though, because I put my denim jacket on the other day, and I'd had it in the tumble dryer, and it shrunk. It's my favourite denim jacket.
oh no! Oh, I would never put. Yeah, I don't put denim in the tumble dryer. Even jeans, I let them dry.
I had a tumble dryer only once in my life when I lived in London with my Finnish washing then, because he was also looking after the child for 9 months, and he tumble dried all of my special shapewear.
You can't tumble dry shapewear.
And he washed everything together, whatever colour it was. So everything was grey and ruined. So yes.
No! I have to say, I chuck everything in the tumble dryer. If it's not, like, literally everything goes in the tumble dryer. Bras, knickers.
What, bras? Oh my God, because then the little hooks on the back go all bent and horrible. Yeah, and then the wires come out.
They do. Usually when I'm wearing them. That hasn't been a problem lately, because
I know, like many people. But I know. Do you know that thing when you're walking along and you can feel this digging in your armpit? And you think, oh, and it turns out to be a sort of wire that's come out of your. We all know that. The gentleman watching going, what the hell are they talking about? What the hell? And I'm still being poked in the eye by this little triangle thing. We're going to sort that for next month.
Ready? Oh no, wrong way.
Yeah, see, if you have
now I feel like we're in sympathy. So guys, listen, Ribs, you've got a big announcement. We want to tell everybody about this really exciting thing that Ribs has got coming up. I think you're going to love it. I'm going to hand over. Ribs, take it away.
We are going to, well, it's very exciting. It's going to be the What Now Book Club. Yay.
Oh, hang on. I should have. Hey, hang on. I should have used my prop.
Oh, that's quite nasty in your ear, all right.
Is it? It's a gong. I bought it for when I do my old movie quiz, so I can look like the rank gong man. You see. Dong. No, I won't do it again, Ribs. I promise. But yeah, no, that's the exciting news, Claxon. There you go.
Well, the exciting news. We're going to have a What Now Book Club, and it's not just any old book club. It's going to be books by women over 40. So that's because we want to champion women.
Yeah.
Old ones. Well, just because everyone goes on about the young all the time, and there's all these competitions for young writers, and there's not stuff for older people. So
do you know, it's so irritating, isn't it? Because writing is something you could take up at any point in your life. If you remember, Mary Wesley didn't write until she'd retired. I think she'd been a doctor, a GP in her working life, and she was like 70 when her first book was published, and became this massive best-selling author. But there's all these bursaries for up to the age of 25. Not that there's anything wrong with that. What about bursaries for ladies of our age,
Exactly. So
yeah,
champion women and older women particularly, and we're going to
I don't know what we're going to do, Ribs. You cut out there.
Oh no, have I? Hello?
No, we can hear you now.
We can hear you now, but the exciting bit we missed.
I'll be calmer. There will be lots of We will announce a book a week, but we don't expect you to read all of them. So you can choose which ones you want. And the really exciting thing is we will have 100 copies of each book to send out for free.
Hurrah! I'll gong again. I'll gong. No, I won't.
Okay. And we've chosen the first book. Well, I have actually, because it's my book club. So and it's by an author called. Well, I've lost it now. Where is it? Hang on.
Oh, there.
Oh, there it is. Funny that says perfect mother, because I am not.
Nor am I.
Although, I'm not a bad teaching assistant. So it's by Caroline Mitchell, and Caroline Mitchell is from Ireland. She lives in Essex now, and she used to be a police detective in the CID. And she writes psychological and crime thrillers, and I have read all of her books up till now. I haven't read this one because this is new. Oh, she's nearly pulled my thing out then. So yes, we're going to have copies of that to give away, and then we're going to talk about it in a couple of weeks' time. What else? Well, we're going to have a Facebook group, so you can just chit and chat however you like. We're going to have live discussions, which won't be Facebook Live, so you don't have to be embarrassed or shy. Just be. Yeah. What else? What else do I need to say?
So people are going to sign up. How are people going to sign up, Ribs? Is it via mail?
Good point. I have made a MailChimp list that you can join, so that we can let you know which books you can choose and how it's all going to work. Because if we're honest, we've hatched this plan today. We're doing it, and we've got.
But it's a good plan. It's a good plan.
Yes. So
they're the best plans.
Yeah, absolutely.
You must all pay attention. This is the important bit. If you want to sign up to the mailing list for the book club, it is a bit.ly link. So that's bit.ly /whatnowbookclub. There, and I'll put it in the on the page as well. So What Now Book Club, each capital at the start of each word. I will write it in the comments now. Oh,
have we got the chat? Because I have only got private chat
on the Facebook page.
Well, the chat's back up.
Oh, okay.
I had to take that off to put the book up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So bit.ly / You'll put it up on the chat.
There you go.
There we go. Hooray!
Yay!
There it
Take
is.
a screenshot of it.
Take a quick screenshot, everybody. You know you want to. And that's where you can sign up.
Well, I won't do that. We'll be sending the books out later this week. So if you want to sign up for the first one, or would sign up for the club in general, and then you can choose which books. So yes, go to that link, sign up. More details to come. Yeah.
So and Ribs, because it's her book club, she's picked the first book, and then after that, the wonderful people at Newham Bookshop are going to pick our rest of our books for us. So we're looking for inspirational writers, as you say, who are over 40 and are women. So
I think it's
really. So really, Mel knows we're in good hands, aren't we, with the people that?
Oh my God. The Newham Bookshop, I used to work in publishing, as you know, and the Newham Bookshop is legendary. It started, I can't remember what it used to be called. Was it called something like Newham Parents Centre? And so it was really about educational books and stuff like that. But it is legendary in the publishing world. And so we're really excited to be able to support not just people who want to join us, because this is about community, because let's be honest, we need to come together virtually because we can't talk to each other in real life, but it's also about supporting a great small business that's done great things in its own community. So not that, well, I mean, it's not for me not to tell people not to buy from Amazon, but don't buy from Amazon. Sorry, that's
another thing to say.
I've said it.
When we meet, and it'll be online, but maybe in the future we could meet in real life. But when we meet online, we're going to do it in the afternoon, probably on a Sunday. So if you fancy a glass of wine with your book club, like a traditional book club, you can. Or
that's
you can
right.
whatever. Yes.
And if people go a bit off topic,
It's fine.
It's fine.
You're-
It's about community.
Let's face it, they're going to be women of a certain age. They are going to go off topic. Let's
Yeah. And
let's just keep it real.
I don't want to make it. It's not going to be too worthy. You know, we're not going to go through like all the questions at the back of the books. You know, sometimes you get questions at the back of the books for book club people.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, this isn't school. This is fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a celebration of women.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's a celebration of women. It's about community. It's about supporting community and our community, our tribes, women like us, women who are multitasking and juggling many things in life. And that's what we're doing. And I don't know. I mean, you know, we talked about it, but, you know, I've been rushed off my feet the past month. I've entered January thinking, it's going to be a quiet month. And I've never been so busy. I've never been so busy. So, well, not since I had a full-time job that took up all my time and paid me a proper salary. But apart from that, I've never been so busy. And where I used to get free books because I worked in publishing. But no, so it's been good. So if we can keep that momentum going. Did I tell you I got an article that I wrote accepted by a magazine? Exciting.
No.
I can't tell you too much yet. I don't want to say too much yet because I was just editing it a bit earlier and just need to do a little bit of tweaking to fit it in because it's slightly too many words.
Is it Sex Toys Monthly?
It's not Sex Toys Monthly. And that's not what I'm not product testing or anything like that. All I will say is if you know me, you won't be surprised what I'm writing about.
Oh, okay.
It's the usual, you know, it's your old movies. So so that's exciting. And I've had a few interesting things pop up. So who knows? And I'd love to, and I've been doing some webinars with a friend about confidence and style. And I think I'd like to do a webinar again exclusively for the What Now community. But we're going to get the book club I was going to do it this month. We're going to get the book club off the ground because I think that's a really important project. And then we'll talk about happiness and confidence and all that. Because, you know, people want to have a read, a glass of wine and a chat first, don't they? And then we can worry about the rest in the spring. So watch out for announcements in March. We'll do some webinars. We'll do some, I don't know, it could be happiness, could be confidence. I'd like to do a combination of the two. We could do some laughter yoga. Anybody fancy that?
I fancy some in the afternoon.
Yoga.
What? Do you not know it?
It's quite funny. Is that what you mean? Basically, you watch people do yoga and laugh? No?
Yeah.
Well, there is. The idea of laughter yoga, it came about because this Indian doctor, he realized that when you laugh, I'm putting us out of a job, girls, by the way, because what this guy discovered was that your body and your brain can't tell the difference between real laughter, like when we're at a comedy night, or when we fake it. So his idea was, well, if you can get all the benefits, all the endorphins, why not just go around faking it? So the idea, in India, it's huge. People stand around in parks in the morning and go ha 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 hee hee, and they do laughter exercises. And I realise I've just killed comedy by that.
Or we could make people do this at gigs, and then it wouldn't matter if the jokes are funny or not.
Yeah, exactly. You go away with the same endorphins.
Yeah. It's amazing, even though, you know.
I might need it because, you know, I've been doing this comedy course, which is amazing. Anyone, I just say to anyone, just do it. Like next time she's running it, it's so good. And I thought I was going to be like the only non-comedian on there, but there's actually another 2 housewives that are on there that are just doing it just for a bit of fun. And we do stay with our camera off quite a bit because you can join in but not join it, like, so you can listen to it and everything. Oh my God, it's so amazing. It's that amazing that I'm actually thinking of doing 10 minutes again. I actually think that so when maybe Baltic House opens up, I might do 10 minutes.
Comedy.
Oh my goodness.
I feel that confident in the way that she's allowed me to write that. I think. So yeah. So just talking about confidence, I'm so glad I did it. You know when it's that thing and you go, oh, do I like, who am I trying to kid? Like, I couldn't write comedy, blah, 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 blah. But she's such a brilliant teacher. You do get homework every night, but
Every night.
Yeah. You get yeah, but it's only 15 minutes, and it's, do you know what? It also helps because she tells you to go take yourself into a room, light a candle, and just sit there and just let the muscle that helps you be creative do it. And then every day that you're just building up that creative energy. And it's so true. So then you're actually finding at least 15 minutes just for you and not being stressed out because of the way she tells you how to write as well. It's amazing. It's not a stressful way of writing. It's just so good. So
Brilliant.
yes. So I'm loving it. I'm looking for. I look forward to the homework coming in.
How long is it then?
Wow. Oh, that's inspirational.
5 weeks.
5 weeks. What? Every day?
No. So the course is a 2.5-hour course. It's a 2-hour course on a Saturday, but you go on about 30 minutes earlier just for a chit chat and just, how did you find the homework? You don't have to go through the homework. It's not like, so if you don't do it, I suppose no one would ever know. But it's just, she asks you how you found it. And we did puns and wordplay this last week, and it was just so hard for me with my dyslexia, but I still really enjoyed doing it. And then I got one, but I've got to tell you, right, so we were doing one-liners. I have to tell you, I'm so proud of this. People will say, so we were doing adverbs, like, so he said, have you got a snack? He said, crispily, to like that sort of thing. And I came up with, I've kissed a lot of frogs, she croaked.
Oh, very good.
Yes. Yes. But there was something a little bit Freudian there, Sharon. You said slept with, then you took it back. So what is that telling us about Sharon's psychology?
Yeah. I think you could be right there.
I think we've learned
ribs as well. I love your new red hair, she gingerly said.
Clever.
Yeah, I'm on a roll now.
You really are, aren't you? My God, the next book we will be doing will be Sharon's novel, peppered with adverbs.
On the joke front, I've got something I'd like to share.
Go.
I don't know if I think this was after last. Yeah, when was our last show? Was it on the 12th?
12th of January.
Yeah. So this happened after that show. I put a joke on my Facebook page, as I do, and I got a comment. I got very excited. Oh, someone's commented. Engagement. That's what you want. And it was from my ex-mother-in-law, who assumed it was about her son, and she was very angry and offended. It wasn't actually, but yes. So then I feel like I've made it now because I've upset someone.
Yeah. You're nobody until you've really hacked somebody off on social media. Does she not understand jokes and sometimes it's not real?
Well, it was surprising on 2 levels because one, I didn't realise she was.
Oh, we've lost you. We've lost you.
No, you're back. You're all right. You're back.
Yeah, so I didn't realise she was following me on Facebook, and I didn't realise her English was that good to understand the joke. But she did. But it wasn't about him. It was about somebody else entirely. So, yeah.
I want to go and have a look now.
Yeah.
To be fair to her, the joke the day before was about Helsinki, and this joke was about one of those daylight lamps, which they do have in Finland.
Oh, right, yeah, they do.
So I can see where she thought it might have been about him, but it wasn't. And anyway, it wasn't about him, and he left me. So, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's fair game. Yeah, it's fair game. Sharon, what does your husband mean by the fact of somebody being an amphibian?
I think it's because I said I slept with frogs. I think that's what he was saying.
Okay.
And now I'm married to one.
If we're going to be racist.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know.
No, I don't know. Okay. Our European cousins that we envy now for their purple passports and their cheese. Let's not get political. Let's not
No.
get political. Let's not
go
go
there.
there. Let's not go. Our actual topic tonight. Remember, we talked about. We were going.
yeah.
I'm being poked in the eye constantly here. We were going to talk about inspirational women. Who is inspirational? Preferably women over 50, but you know they might not be. Who's Ribs? Who's an inspirational person to you?
I would have chosen myself, but as only 48, I couldn't.
You don't qualify.
I only remembered to do this late today, so I haven't managed to do it. But I would like to say an inspirational woman for me was my own mother, because she went to university when she was 50 and became a teacher, which was something she always wanted to do. And and she just went and did it. It was annoying because I was at university at the same time as her, and so I'd ring her up to talk about things I was doing, and then she'd just start talking about her stuff. And she got better. I mean, come on, not fair.
But that just shows you. Yeah, I was about to say that just shows you that the wise things come from women doing things later on in life.
Yeah.
They really do. Do you know what? This really is. It's like we have a power surge, I think, and a lot of women who do that change of career, whatever. Because it marked when their children left home, as obviously happened with your mother. So it's like our time now, right? I've done everything for everybody else, and I'm saying this as someone who doesn't have children. But in a sense, I wished I'd done my degree now and not at 18, because I'd have done a better job if I was doing it now. Except at 18, I got it for free because I just sneaked in for the full student grant. Just sneaked in.
If I did it now, I would have done much better, because I wouldn't have been out drinking and doing other questionable things. Instead,
kissing frogs.
Kissing.
Back then, but there were plenty of other kisses.
Yeah.
If I hadn't been trying to drink the whole of all the off licenses in Bristol, I may well have got a better degree.
Oh my God. Do you know what? I think I wasted my student years in many ways. I did actually do studying and stuff. And
Silly.
I know, what a silly person. And I got it for free. And then I went and did the studying. I mean, it wasn't like I was even trying to get my money's worth. But yeah, and I think I just really wasted my student years by being kind of isolated, slightly bookish, and concentrating on things that weren't drinking and partying and stuff.
You wear any dungarees, did you?
And I never wore dungarees. We've had this conversation. I never wore dungarees. No, I had them when I was a child, and my mother always called them dongareens, and I think that put me off, because I think she genuinely thought they were called dongareens, and that slightly put me off. So I never wore dungarees.
I used to wear them, and I never even went to uni. I still did lots of drinking, but I didn't go to uni.
Got to go now.
Actually, that's a lie. I used to travel up to Stirling University every other weekend because I was going out with somebody who's at Stirling University. So I used to get the university lifestyle every other weekend.
My God, that's a long way to travel. My God, you must have really loved him.
He wasn't a frog. He was okay.
He was okay.
But his mum used to blame me for like him partying and not like settling down and doing studying. It was like, how's it my fault? I'm only there like every other weekend, and I really don't think I changed that much. But talking about dungarees, I brought myself a pair of dungarees to wear to the Edinburgh Festival last year. And when they arrived, I went, that'd be fine. They look fine. They look like I did when I was like a size 10. It will look brilliant. I put them on and went, oh my God, I cannot be seen out. And they're in the wardrobe. They've still got their tags on from last year.
Well, as it turns out, you didn't need them because there was no
wear them all the time.
Yes, you still wear. I see. And maybe I should buy some. Should I? No,
I've got so many pockets. They're very practical.
Yeah.
I love them.
Except for
But
the
I'm
front
not buying
pocket.
clothes
Front
this
pocket.
year. I've told you, I'm not buying
No.
clothes this year, so I can't have any till 2022.
But there's a pocket in the front, and you think, oh, that'd be good, and you put your phone in it, and then every time you bend over, your phone falls out on the floor. So
Yeah.
arthritis.
So that's no good. But in 2022, I might experiment. Nothing wrong with frog. I notice he puts with a capital F. Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
frog. So Sharon, who's your inspirational woman?
Right. Well, she was inspirational before she came to this age, but she was, when I found out about her, she was at a later stage in her life. So I tuned in, and you know when you just find out about someone and it's just extra on your memory. I can tell you what I was eating, I can tell you where I was sitting, and I was watching. Do you remember Jonathan Ross used to have The Last Resort on Channel 4?
Yeah.
And he said, and he built this woman up. He said, I'm now going to bring out one of my all-time heroes. And she's amazing, blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking, oh, for Christ's sake, who's it going to be? Like Kylie Minogue or whoever. And she came out, and the presence of this woman was just like, it took my breath away. And then he asked her to sing, and sitting down, I can't remember what she sang, because I was just like so in awe of what she was doing. And that lady happened to be Maya Angelou, and I had from the next day. But I haven't, because of dyslexia. I haven't read a book, which is why book club's so good for me. I haven't read a book since I left school, like, because I just have this mental block about reading. And the next day, I got on the bus and went to WH Smith's and brought I Know Why the Caged Bird Sing.
Yeah.
And then I just read it from cover to cover in 2 days. And then the next day, I went to WH Smith's to get the next one, and they didn't have it. So I got on a train to Charing Cross Road to get that other book. And from then on, I just got all of her books. And I just think, like, I can't believe her life's true. Like when you read
It is,
things,
yeah, but it is.
and if it was, well, part of it has been made into a film, but like, you just think someone who's mute, then done that, then owns her own whorehouse, and then does this, and then goes on to be this, but she was an amazing woman when she was running the wire, because she realised, like, she was just so clever and just, yeah. So I'm still in awe of her today, and if I'm feeling shitty, I will go and try and find one of her quotes or
She
something.
has a quote for everything. She has a quote that's inspirational for every occasion. There's the one about, if you can't, what is it? If something's not right, change it. If you can't change it, change yourself. There's something like that. It's that mindset. No, she was great. I almost thought about choosing her for similar reasons, but yeah, no, she was quite amazing. I wanted to choose somebody around today, and I wanted to choose Tsai Ing-wen. She's the president of Taiwan. And first elected woman president, I think the second elected woman president there, I think. And I mean, she's an amazing woman, come from really from quite humble background, as part of this opposition party that's never really, it's only in recent years kind of dented the political scene in Taiwan. But I just think, like many women leaders, how she handled the pandemic was just astonishing. I mean, they're next door to China, the amount of traffic between the two. She went, right, no, enough, boom. And that's it. They've had like 7 people died or something. I mean, it is incredible. That they just shut down and said, right, we're ready for this. We're not faffing about with it. And she did a fantastic job. I mean, she's a real humanitarian as well. And the party that she belonged to, I remember when I lived in Taiwan 30 years ago, it was actually quite dangerous. Some of the senior people would get, one of them ended up with, I think, an axe in the back of his head or something. But now she's the president, and, she just led so well, as did so many of the female leaders. New Zealand, all these wonderful female leaders who just went, right, we're not shilly-shallying about this. We're just going to get on with it. And I mean, Jacinda Ardern herself, I mean, she's like 40, I think. She's much younger than us. And yet, you know, she showed greater leadership and humanity than people who shall remain nameless. I'm getting political again. But, you know, I just feel like the women, I just feel like if you want it doing, if you want it tidying up, let the women do it.
Yeah. I think we're better at, you know, like at harsh love. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like
tough love.
Like, it's a tough love, and I think women are just so much better than men. Do you know? Because we have that empathy. Look, we're doing this, but we're doing it for your own goods, and I'm really, you know, and you might hate. We're used to that hating, aren't we? Like, I remember someone ever saying to me, if your kids haven't told you that they hate you, you're not being a good mum. Do you know what I mean? There has to be that at that one time. It might only be once, but your kids have to, you know, not like your decision.
Yeah, you make a decision. Yeah, that's that they're good, but they don't like it.
Yeah. So my son this week has said that he doesn't. He said he didn't like me today, and I was like, "Oh, that's really nice." He goes, "Well, you're making me do all this school stuff, so and every time I see you, I'm doing something I don't like." I'm like, oh.
But if he was doing it himself, he wouldn't need to see you whilst doing it.
What he's been doing, so he has been going to the lessons because they've got live lessons, but he just watches them and then does nothing. So he's not doing anything. He just sits there, doesn't interact at all, so they can see he's in the lesson, and that's it.
Andy used to go to boarding school Monday to Friday. His choice, I didn't. So he had a lovely life. But if he played up, like they could put him into detention, they could do anything to him, and he like wouldn't calm down. But that like because he had a carer who used to be with him in the residential bit, and if they just said, "We're going to phone your mum," they said our hand didn't even have to get on the door thing. He would go, all right, I promise you. And I was such a dragon, like such this horrible thing that the child was so worried that I was going to be told.
Oh, I hope he's not watching. He's just going to be like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
I like to think that it came out of his respect for me and he didn't want to disappoint me. That's how I want to
I think I'm sure that's what it is. Ladies, we need to wrap up now. So I think the main thing to say is book club, sign up as soon as possible. And the other thing, there you go, very, very quickly, Sharon, what are you doing on Friday night?
Friday night, if you've got actually it's Thursday night. I'm doing the first one. So on Thursday night at midnight. So Thursday night going into Friday morning. I'm doing the midnight show on Medway Pride Radio. So it's a brand new radio station that launched yesterday. And I'll be doing 2 shows. So I'll be doing the midnight show on Thursday to Friday. And I didn't plan it very well because I'm also doing the 6 o'clock show on the Friday as well with Rossi. Rossi, I do the makeovers with. He's joining me as a co-host on that, and we'll have different comedians on there. And we're talking about, you know, we're talking about favourite songs and things that have inspired you. What songs are like? Because we always have songs, don't we, that come into our head?
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
we remember memory. And my music, so my midnight show is going to be called Souvenir Songs. So it's all about songs that you take with you throughout your life and memories. And oh my God, I'm only on for an hour and I've like already got like about 60 odd songs and they're all completely different. I've got like soul tracks and then I've got like the House Martins and then I've got like Squeeze and then I've got Chas and Dave and you're like, oh my God, how can I have this variant?
Well, that's going to be great. So Ribs has put the link up there. If anybody has mpradio.app, listen to Sharon on Medway Pride. Here we go. So that's Thursday night into Friday morning. And of course, don't forget to sign up for the book club. We will be back on, I believe, the 2nd of March. So it's 4 weeks from today. Nothing wrong with frogs. You felt that needed to be shown again.
I thought that was a book club link again. It's the end of the show. I'm
She's
willing.
operating the tech tonight and doing a fine job. And I hope by next month, this thing that's poking me in the eye.
It will do. It will go.
Me in the eye. And that's great. So it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope it's been inspirational for you, as it has been for us. And we'll hopefully see you at the next book club meeting. If not, we'll see you on the 2nd of March here for more banter and goodness knows what. I mean, anything could happen in the next 4 weeks. So thanks, everybody. And thank you to Sharon and to Ribs, and from me, Mel, it's goodbye.